I now invite His Excellency General Constantino Chiwenga, Vice President of Zimbabwe.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Excellency, President Cyril Matamela Ramaphosa, President of the Republic of South Africa and Chair of the BRICS, heads of states and governments, honorable ministers, Your Excellencies, shareholders of the new Development Bank, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am representing His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Dr. Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, who could not be here because of we are running currently, we have got an election currently going on in our country. And I quote his message. On behalf of the government and people of the Republic of Zimbabwe, and on my own behalf, I wish to express profound appreciation to you, President Cyril Matamela Ramaphosa, and the people of the Republic of South Africa for your warm welcome and the hospitality extended to my delegation since their arrival in this beautiful city of Johannesburg. Let me commend you, Mr. Chairman, for inviting me and other leaders of the African countries to attend this auspicious summit and to engage in the dialogue with the BRICS leaders. Your efforts to ensure that the African continent is placed on the agenda of BRICS are highly commendable. Mr. President, your lobbying for concrete support from the BRICS nations towards Africa's development is indeed an attestation of South Africa's commitment to the ethos of the Pan-Africanism and South-South cooperation. Excellencies, this summit comes at a time when some countries from the global north are politicizing and weaponizing the global economy at the detriment of small and developing nations. The world is under pressure from multiple complex and interconnected crises, which the strong take advantage of the most vulnerable among the community of nations. Actions that incite conflicts, distort international norms, are now sacrosanct. Whilst the Cold War mentality broke confrontation, protectionism, unilateralism, and the imposition of illegal, unilateral, politically motivated coercive measures ensue, encouraged by the powerful countries in the global north. Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, although global development has suffered major setbacks due to the evolving security challenges, this group of emerging economies has upheld the spirit of peace than of war, the spirit of progress than regression, the spirit of openness than isolation, the spirit of cooperation than confrontation, inclusiveness and win-win cooperation. This group has practiced true multilateralism and achieved solid results in pragmatic and mutual coexistence. To us, BRICS is family, and it is our hope that with the joining of more developing countries, BRICS will represent the global south with a louder voice on the world stage. Developing countries should stand together and refuse to be intimidated by imperialist behavior. We should reject zero-sum games power politics, and unite towards the main goal of building a community with a shared future for mankind. Excellencies, Zimbabwe, like many other countries in Africa, is committed to pursuing a path of sustained economic growth and transformation through continental integration. We are pleased to be working with the BRICS partners to successfully implement our market integration objectives. All African countries and BRICS nations share similar views and interest in improving and reforming the current international order and global governance system. The world needs a just global order which provides the future we want, which leaves no one and no place behind. Excellencies, let me take this opportunity to express the strong and unwavering intent of Zimbabwe to join the BRICS alliance. Zimbabwe as a nation recognizes the immense value and potential that BRICS holds for the economic and political development of our country and the African continent as a whole. As a country, Zimbabwe perceives how BRICS represents a formidable alliance that fosters a multipolar and inclusive world order. Joining this alliance would provide Zimbabwe with a unique opportunity to collaborate with like-minded nations and harness the benefits for collective strength. Excellencies, as a country, Zimbabwe applauds the establishment of the new development bank and the proposal to use local currencies between member states in the BRICS and other countries of the South. Like other countries of the South, Zimbabwe hopes to benefit from the new development bank as an alternative source of funding for developmental projects. I am pleased to inform you that despite our detractors to undermine our democracy, which we fought for through the armed struggle, Zimbabwe successfully held the much anticipated 2023 harmonized general elections in accordance with our laws. We are also guided and informed by the SADC principles and guidelines governing elections, as well as the AU Declaration on Principles Governing Democratic Elections in Africa. These were elections in which all parties were free to campaign in all areas of the country. Elections which competing ideas were discussed and debated freely and openly. I took it upon myself and other opposition leaders to preach the message of peace, non-violence, harmony, love, and unity before, during, and after the elections. Zimbabweans went out in their millions to define their destiny and shape their future, calmly and peacefully, in full glare of a broad spectrum of international observers and global media. The electorate exercised this democratic right to elect leaders of its choice. Let me assure you that Zimbabwe will continue to be peaceful as we wait for the announcement of the harmonized general election results by the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission in line with our laws. In conclusion, let me assure you that as a country, we are fully behind BRICS in its role on Africa's development, in line with the theme of this summit, BRICS and Africa, Partnership for Mutually Accelerated Growth, Sustainable Development, and Inclusive Multilateralism, cross-court, and thank you.
Thank you.